Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of June 14th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, if you can hear that humming in the background, it's my AC unit. I apologize, but it is literally 100 degrees here today. So with all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Aries collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aries not see coming for the week of June 14th, 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Talking crap. And at the bottom of the deck, you have hooked. Why is talking crap something that Aries does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Four of Pentacles, King of Wands, Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. All right, let's clarify some of these cards. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the Seven of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Tell me why the Eight of Pentacles is here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by Eight of Swords, the World, and the Eight of Wands. 888 might be an extra angel number this week, or maybe a number that you want to keep an eye out on, like well, it wouldn't be the time that you look at a clock, but it very well, you might see it on signs, receipts, license plates. Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords is clarified by Strength, the High Priestess, and the Tower. Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, clarified by Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, I have the Chariot. Okay, before I even get into this person's energy, your energy here seems to be this week. You have an opportunity here. For some of you, it's one opportunity. For others of you, it's two opportunities. There's something here about long-term investment. It could be a job. It could be a relationship. So there's a new opportunity, possibly two here. You're undecided, a bit confused. Do I take this opportunity or do I take this one? Or if it's just one opportunity, do I just take this opportunity? So there's a little confusion here in respect to this opportunity. And again, this could be anything. This could be work-related in terms of investments, like investing property, purchasing a property, doing any type of renovations for those of you who are homeowners. It certainly can be the purchase of a vehicle here with the Chariot. For others of you, this could be like the start of a creative endeavor, launching your own business, a new job. It certainly also could be like taking a relationship to a higher level of commitment, like taking it from the Ace of Wands, where it's passion and fire, and rooting it more in reality, in Pentacle resources. So whatever the opportunity or opportunities are for you, you seem to be indecisive, undecided, a little bit confused about whether or not you want to accept it, or if you have two choices, which one you want to accept. The Eight of Pentacles says this requires your investment. So if you're going to buy this, invest in this, you know, accept this job, be with this person, there's a resource of yours that's required here. So your time, your love, your money, your talent, your commitment, you know, whatever, again, it correlates to whatever that Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands is. And you're up in your head in that Eight of Swords, like, I don't know if I want to invest in that, right? I don't know if I want to accept that opportunity. Or maybe even if you have two opportunities, you might be like, well, because I can't decide which one I want to move forward with, I'm going to decide to do nothing right now. Eight of Swords to the World to the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're putting a stop, like you're a little overwhelmed here with having to choose one or choose that one or like make a decision here. So it seems to be like, I'm going to put the brakes on this, okay? I like what you're doing here because I feel like the talking shit card is you. I feel like you are catching yourself that you might be talking down a really good opportunity just because you're nervous to move forward with it. I know a person like this once. They really wanted this particular job, and it was opened within the company, and she applied for it. And then she wasn't sure after she submitted all of her, paperwork for consideration for the promotion. After she submitted it, she started talking shit about it. And she was like, you know what, if I don't get it, it's no big deal, blah, blah. And she started like talking about like the hours would be different than the hours that she has. And I knew really what she was afraid of was maybe like the rejection. And I feel like you're catching yourself here because you have this choice to make. It sounds good. It feels good, but you're a bit confused. And so it's almost like you start talking yourself out of it in the Eight of Swords. Like I can't even, I feel like you start picking it apart. All the things that could go wrong if you accept this or you want to move forward with this. And so I see you here putting an end to it. And it's like, I'm going to just go about my day. I'm going to take care of some other things, or go on with my week, take care of some other things that I have to take care of. And I'm going to just put on hold or sort of put on the back burner whether or not I'm going to accept this or not. So I feel like you catch yourself here trying to talk yourself out of what could potentially be a really good opportunity for you. So then we have that Two of Swords, which is the decision. Strength card, you're holding yourself back. And then you have the High Priestess and the Tower. You're almost saying, if this is meant for me, then I'll know. I don't have to overthink it. I don't have to overprocess it. It will intuitively come to me. And when I feel comfortable and ready to give a response or to move forward with it, that's when I'll do it. So you are relying on your intuition here to guide you when it comes to accepting whatever that is, a career and finance, investment, relationship, job, something like that. Or even, like I said, taking a relationship to a higher level of commitment. You're kind of talking, you're almost on the verge of talking yourself out of saying yes or even making a decision, and you're catching yourself. I really, really like this. Fire signs aren't typically known to be intuitive. Now, I believe you are, and I think all 12 zodiac signs are intuitive, particularly if you're into esotericism and you're watching tarot. But I have seen some readers say, fire signs are not intuitive, and I just think that's a bunch of horseshit, to be quite honest with you. If you don't like cursing, I'm not your reader. So there's something here where you're catching yourself and you're like, I'm going to rely on my intuition. Now, you have a situation here going on with someone else. I don't know if it's related to this or not, but like I said, I like here that you're catching yourself, almost talking yourself out of what could potentially be a good thing. And then you have someone here. They could be another fire sign, but I don't believe so. You're the King of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine. You have the energy here of someone who's trying to keep you stuck. They are hooked, okay? They're hooked. Like they don't want you to leave the job. They don't want you to leave the relationship. There's something like that here happening. Look at you, King of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine, and look what you're flanked by. This is the energy of the situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with this week. Four of Pentacles stuck, Seven of Wands holding you back. So there's someone here who does not want you to move forward with this, whether they know all of the details or just their spidey senses are telling them that you have this opportunity. There's someone here that you're interacting with this week that is trying to keep you stuck. Seven of Pentacles, keep you stuck. This is procrastination station. Three of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. It's almost like you provide a valuable resource of some kind to this person in that 10 of Pentacles, and they don't want to lose it. They don't want to lose you as an employee, so they don't want you to consider the other job. Again, whether they know about it or they just suspect it. Same thing if this is like a relationship. Maybe you're thinking of leaving a relationship or leaving one relationship for another or ending a friendship, right, with that World card. There's just something here at play where this looks really good and you get really close to talking yourself out of it. Instead, you rely on your intuition, and then you have someone else here who does not want you to move towards that. Again, whether they have all of the details or not, because it would be a loss to them if you did. It's a very selfish energy here. It's almost like if you can't be happy here, I don't want you happy anywhere else. Like if I can't have you, no one will. Tell me more about this person. Tell me more about this person. Tell me more about this person's energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. This person's energy, the devil. This is someone who's toxic. 10 of Cups and Justice. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could be Capricorn again. And then we have Libra here. This could be someone that you're bonded to somehow. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Could be someone that you're married to, someone that you have financial investments with. I feel like this is very close in your inner circle. You know, this isn't like the acquaintance that you see once in a while at the food store or your neighbor that you only talk to when you see them over the fence. This is someone in your inner circle. And this is someone who has some type of toxic codependency with you, whether it's too emotionally reliant on you in an unhealthy way or maybe financially. But there's something here at play that's very toxic. You have something contractual here with this person, whether that's a moral contract, a soul contract, a financial contract, a marital contract. There's some type of contract here, and this person's trying to keep you hooked or bound to that. They do not want you to move forward with this new thing. What is this person doing this week? What is this person doing this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. What are they doing this week? 5 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Because this person is coming from a place of like scarcity or lack mentality, in the hopes of trying to keep you stuck, in the hopes of maybe healing an issue here that the two of you have, they're going to present you with a little offer. This is like looking to see if the door is open, looking to see if you're still interested, looking to see if you're still willing to collaborate with them, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic. There's a little bit here, but it's not coming because I genuinely care about Aries and I want to give Aries A, B, C, or X, Y, Z. It's I either know or I suspect that Aries is entertaining another option or opportunity. And so I'm giving just a little bit here out of some type of toxic addiction or codependency they have with you to see if you'll bite, to see if you'll be interested. This is like the boss who either knows or suspects that you're looking for another company. And then this week they ask you to come over to their house for dinner. Or do you want to go out to lunch? Because whether you say yes or no, that will give them an idea about whether or not you're really serious about looking for another job or maybe moving forward with a job opportunity that they either know of or heard that you have. If this is a romantic partner, this could be someone who's either is aware or suspects that you're considering leaving them or leaving them even for someone else. And this is just a little something here again, because this person's toxically codependent on you. There's maybe a trauma bond here, but trauma bonds are typically mutual, and I don't think it's mutual here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking for something else or interested, in another situation, environment, or connection. So this seems to be more or less as someone who is trauma bonded to you, but I don't think you're trauma bonded to them. There's a toxic codependency here. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Death card. Someone knows that you are contemplating moving on from them, becoming single, free, and independent, and possibly severing your connection with them, or just moving on from them. Again, we have the Chariot card. So there's a little something here. It's small. It's asking you out to lunch. It's asking you if you want to go to the movies. It's very small in nature, but it's not coming from a healthy place. It's coming from a lack mentality, imposter syndrome, some type of anxious attachment style. Anything else Aries needs to know about that Page of Pentacles? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, clarified by 4 of Cups. Told you. 9 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. You now have the message and the messenger. Very heavy on the earth sign energy here. But it could be an Aquarius as well. But regardless of their sign, this is 4 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. This is providing you with something small, offering to buy you something, offering to go somewhere with you, inviting you somewhere small, out for breakfast, out for coffee, out for lunch, something like that, in the hopes of like testing the waters here. Temperance card usually depicts Archangel Michael with 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water. And that's why I feel like testing the waters here to see if maybe you are still interested in them. Also, notice in the hook card, we have the branch coming down into the water. So there's someone here who's just fishing, if you will, to see if you're still interested or if you are thinking about moving in another direction. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. I'm going to get you 2 sets. One for this, where I love, love, love that you're catching yourself, potentially talking yourself out of something good. And then we'll see what this is all about. Let's get you 3 cards of advice for my Aries who are considering this offer or offers, opportunities. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Devil, we have the Hangman, and we have the Sun card. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. There you are. You have bigger fish to fry this week. So I think you're right. This needs addressing. So there's something here about this Devil, okay, is going to try to stop you from moving forward with something here that can potentially be very good for you. Something that there's success and positivity and vitality. And like if this is a romantic partner, there's sensuality and sexuality. And I love the Sun card. It's the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles all rolled into one. But your advice on this is to really stand in your power. Okay, what this other person's offering you is very small. It's Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. There's something here for you to see that this individual who's showed up here twice now as the Devil is just trying to prevent or delay you from moving towards something really great. But I do see here that you're catching yourself, and I think you're wise to shelve this just a little bit because this needs to be dealt with. And your advice is that needs to be dealt with because whoever this is, they're going to keep trying to sabotage you from moving forward. So your advice here is let's put this decision on hold for a little bit and address what's going on here. Or don't allow what's going on here to prevent you from moving forward with something that's really great or someone who's really great for you. 3 cards of advice on how to deal with this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Page of Wands, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. The Star and the Moon card. There's something here about discovering, I almost want to say like in a quiet way, because King of Cups can be quite stoic. There's something here about discovering why all of a sudden this person is providing you with this. And staying very emotionally calm, keeping everything under the surface. King of Cups keeps everything under the surface. This is 3rd decan of Aquarius, very emotionally detached. 2nd decan of Pisces, using your intuition. So there's something here about when it comes to dealing with this person this week, to stay very emotionally calm, cool, collected, and try to discover why all of a sudden this person is now providing you with this offer or opportunity. There's something here about like seeing the truth of the matter, about why all of a sudden they're testing the waters with you when it was clear they weren't providing you with what they should have been providing you with or what you wanted them to provide you with. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking somewhere else for the job, the connection, the offer, the opportunity. So there's just something like do a little investigative work to find out why this person is suddenly being nice to you, I heard being sweet on you. I don't think I've ever used that term. Being nice to you, being sweet on you, or providing you with this small little offer. That is what I have for you, Aries, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.